My name is Carol Lavell.
And you're on the USDF?
No.
No? Oh, USEF.
Yes.
For dressage, then?
I'm on the U.S. Equestrian Federation's Dressage Committee.
Okay,
and on the Rules Committee.
Okay.
And also I'm on the Board of Directors and on the Executive Committee. And I was put there by my friends, my eligible athletes who elected me there.
Okay. Do you mind explaining now what is going to happen? Is there going to be a rule change on helmets within dressage?
Yes.
Okay, good. And
considering to make it mandatory in all national classes, yes. On the showgrounds in all national classes.
Wonderful. And up to what level or at all levels?
Well, at the moment it says all national classes. That goes through 4th level. It will not include, for example, young horse riders, things like that. So, gosh, we think people on young horses like me, at my age, ought to be wearing helmets.
Yeah.
And never mind my age, half my age.
I mean, I think at least we're starting somewhere, and maybe it'll trickle down.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, young horses probably the most unpredictable.
Yes, this is the first time there's going to be maybe there's been a proposal before I came along, but I've been there for quite a while and I've never seen one come up. Now this is the new one. It's from our Rules Committee, and it will be voted on at the U.S. EF convention during our Dressage Committee meeting.
So that's great. So at least we're getting change and we're moving forward.
We'll get started.
So we'll get started. So that's better than nothing.
And if it's everybody's surprise, I started to wear a helmet in the last 2 years, and I've never worn one before ever. So except when I was eventing.
What made you change in the last 2 years?
Pressure from my peers.
Good.
Actually, and it's not a case of me falling off or hitting my head yet, but it can happen. I ride a lot of young horses, and I have broken all my own young horses, and so I have a young horse now who's rather rambunctious. And I thought, well, maybe it's time, but I should have done it, of course, lots earlier. But when I was eventing, I wore one all the time.
Yeah.
I thought of dressage as a tamer sport, but in truth, it's not necessarily tame.
Yeah, and it seems to be, it's the dressage riders who've started the movement now. I mean,
yes.
Under unfortunate circumstances, but it is.
Yes.
When, funnily enough, everyone thought that, like you said, dressage was the tamer sport, but...
Yes, you think so, but the funniest part is that your accidents can happen in the strangest and stupidest places. Like the one I'm always very careful about is getting on and getting off.
Yeah.
Especially if I get on and get off at a mountain block because it's such a sore back. Try not to jump off and land on my feet and send that concussion up an old back. It's right at that moment when you're swinging your leg across, things can really happen and you have no protection.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and thank you for supporting Riders4Helmets.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm enjoying myself today.
I know, it's great.